If you're seeing the Gamma app export failed error, don't worry, this usually means the export process is getting overloaded, timing out, or looping because the presentation is too large or too complex. In this video, I'll show you the quickest fixes to get your Gamma presentation exported successfully, whether you need a PDF, PowerPoint, PNG images, or just a shareable link. And if this tutorial helps, make sure to hit like and subscribe for more simple software fixes and step-by-step guides. Let's jump right in. First, let's talk about the most common cause, content length. If your Gamma presentation has dozens of detailed web cards, large sections, or too many embedded elements, the server may time out before the compilation is complete. That's when the export can fail even though your presentation looks fine inside Gamma. The fastest way to work around this is to reduce the amount of content being exported at once. A very effective fix is to export a custom range instead of the whole document. Rather than trying to export every page in one go into the export settings and choose a smaller section. For example, export pages 1 through 10 first, then export pages 11 through 20 separately. This breaks the job into smaller pieces, which makes it much easier for Gamma to process the file without timing out. If your deck is large, this one change alone can solve the issue. If the PDF or PowerPoint export keeps looping endlessly, the next thing to do is change your export method. Sometimes one export path gets stuck, even though another format works perfectly. So instead of forcing the same failed export again and again, try a different output option. Gamma may handle one format more reliably than another, depending on the size and structure of your presentation. If you only need to share the content visually and don't need a fully editable file, export to PNG images. This is often one of the most reliable options because it renders each slide or card as an individual image, which usually avoids the server limitations that cause export failure. PNG export is especially useful if you want a static version of your presentation that looks clean and loads quickly. Now here's another great workaround if a physical file is not mandatory. Instead of exporting at all, use the share link. In Gamma, click share, then choose copy public link. This bypasses the export engine entirely and lets viewers open your presentation directly in their browser. The big advantage here is that they can still see your interactive animations, web layouts, and content in the way Gamma intended without you needing to wait on a failed file export. If your export still fails after trying these methods, here are a few extra things worth checking. First, make sure your presentation doesn't have unusually heavy embedded content or a section that is extremely long. Second, try refreshing the page and exporting again after a short wait, because temporary server issues can also cause export problems. Third, test a smaller version of the same presentation to see if the issue is tied to the file size rather than the app itself. The key takeaway is this: when Gamma export failed appears, the goal is to reduce the load on the export system or avoid the export process entirely. That means using smaller page ranges, switching export methods, choosing PNG when you only need images, or simply sharing the public link when a file isn't required. I hope this guide helped you fix the Gamma app export failed problem quickly. If it did, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss more easy software tutorials and troubleshooting tips. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.